And we're going to get started tonight in our practice in a child's pose. So this is slow flow. So we'll be taking it easy tonight. And the idea tonight is to just simply let go with the flow. So come down to a tabletop position to get started. Wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. Let your big toes touch. Draw your hips back to the tops of your heels. And place your forehead on the mat. Close your eyes. And begin to notice your breath. Taking deep breaths in and emptying your lungs completely. Take another inhale here. And open mouth, sigh it out. Letting go of your day. Letting go of your thoughts. Letting go of anything that no longer serves you. And on your next inhale, come back up to a tabletop position. Inhale your gaze up toward the ceiling, lifting your tailbone for cow. And exhale, dropping chin to chest, arching your back, and coming into cat pose. Let's take a few rounds of cat-cow. Inhaling to cow, exhaling to cat. Inhale cow, exhale cat. Another inhale to cow, exhale to cat. And come back to a flat back. Gaze over your right shoulder. And then gaze over your left shoulder. Twisting your hips from side to side, gazing over right shoulder one more time. And gaze over the left shoulder. From that tabletop position, press into your left palm and inhale your right arm up and over, opening up through the chest. And exhale, draw the right arm underneath the left armpit, bringing the right ear to the mat, threading the needle. Inhale, lift your left arm straight up and place the back of your palm on your low back for a low bind. Take a deep breath here. Exhale it out. Another inhale here. And exhale it all out. Bring your left palm back to the mat. Press up one more time. Open up through the right side. Right arm raises up. Inhale here. And exhale, plant the right palm back on the mat. Let's take another round of cow. Inhaling the left and lifting up. Exhaling for cat. Inhale one more time, cow. Exhale, cat. From a flat back, press into the right palm. Left arm reaches up and open up through the left side. Deep inhale here. Exhale, draw the left arm underneath the right armpit, bending into the right elbow, left ear on the mat. Take a deep inhale here. Reach the right arm up, place the back of the palm on the low back, taking a low bind. Take an inhale here. Exhale it out. Another inhale, places the right palm back on the mat, reaching the left arm back up, open up. And exhale, placing the left palm back on the mat. One more cow. Inhale up. Exhale, cat. Come to a flat back. Tuck your toes under here, coming into our first downward facing dog. Lifting on an inhale, your hips high, coming into a V shape with your body. Pressing the mat away, plugging into the index finger and the thumb. Let's take 3 rounds of breath here. Inhale. Exhale. Breath in. Breathe out. One more inhale here. And exhale it all out as you walk your feet to meet your hands, coming into a forward fold for ragdoll pose. Grabbing opposite elbows with opposite hands and letting the head hang heavy here. You can sway side to side. You can nod your head yes. You can nod your head no. And then come into stillness, just letting the head hang heavy. Take a deep inhale and exhale it out as you bring your fingertips to the mat and walk your feet in about a hip width apart. Bend slightly into your knees and roll up one vertebrae at a time, allowing the head to be the last to lift. And when you get to the top, inhale and reach your arms up and over for a mountain pose. Take an inhale here with a tiny back bend. And exhale, forward fold. Slight bend in the knees. Inhale back up to mountain pose. Take another back bend, just slight. Bring the palms to touch and draw your palms to your heart center. Take a moment here to close your eyes and set your intention for your practice tonight. The idea is to let go. Whatever your intention is, bring that intention to mind as you focus on your breath tonight. Your intention can be how you want to feel, or maybe you just want to be patient with your body, or just move through tonight's practice at ease. Whatever that intention, on your next inhale, reach your arms back up and over. Let's take a deep inhale to seal our intention. Another back bend here. And exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Bring your palms to the mat. Step back 1 foot at a time, coming into a high plank. Then lower down. either halfway or all the way. And then come into cobra, a low cobra here. You don't have to come up all the way. Just gentle cobra. And exhale, lower back down. Let's go back to cobra. Inhale to cobra. Baby cobra. And exhale back down. Your next inhale, let's come back, tucking the back toes one more time. Come back through child's pose. Tabletop position. Press up for downward facing dog. Take an inhale here. And exhale as you walk your feet to the top of the mat. Inhale to mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to a halfway lift to a flat back, like a swimmer on a starting block. Bringing the fingertips to the shins. Flatten your back. Gaze is straight down. Exhale, plant your palms. Step back, high plank, low plank, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take an inhale here. Exhale, walk your feet to the top of the mat. Inhale to mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant hands, step back, high plank, low plank, cobra or up dog, downward facing dog. Take a breath in. And exhale, walk back to the top of your mat. We'll go through that flow one more time. Inhaling to a halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant hands, step back, high plank, low plank, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Inhale here, and exhale, walk back to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to chair pose. Stay here for a few rounds of breath. Take a deep inhale here. Exhale it out. One more breath in here. Arms can stay out long, or you can bring your hands to touch at heart center. Another inhale. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back, high plank, low plank. Inhale to upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. On your next inhale, reach your right leg up and long behind you. Toes pointed down toward the earth. Exhale, step your right foot through your palms. Inhale, come up to warrior one. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, place your forearm, right forearm, On your right thigh, left arm reaches up and over, coming into an extended side angle. Exhale, reverse it. And inhale, plant your hands, cartwheeling your hands down the opposite side of your right foot. Step your right foot back to meet your left. Take a chaturanga or just simply meet in downward facing dog. Take a few rounds of breath here, breathing in. Exhale. Another breath here in. Breathe out. Next inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, step it through. Inhale up to warrior one. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, come into extended side angle. Exhale, reverse your warrior. And cartwheel your hands down to frame your front foot. Take your left foot back to meet your right. Chaturanga here. Or simply meet in downward facing dog. Stay for a few rounds of breath here. Breath in. Breath out. Another breath in. And open mouth, sigh, exhale it out. Come down to your knees. We'll go into a child's pose here for just a brief moment. So bring big toes to touch one more time. Draw your hips back to the tops of your heels, arms reaching long. And bring your forehead back to the mat. A deep inhale here. And exhale it out. Now place your left palm on top of your right palm. Keeping the forehead on the mat. Reaching the left arm long. Drawing the left hip back toward the top of the left heel. Breathing in deeply. Breathing out. Take another inhale here. And exhale as you draw your hands through center toward the left side of your mat. This time placing the right hand on top of the left hand like a pancake. Pressing through the right hip toward the back heel, the right heel. Reaching long with the right arm. Enjoying that stretch along the right side body. Another inhale here. And exhale it out, all out. Bringing the arms back through center. Coming to a tabletop position, tucking the toes under, and lifting the hips one more time, downward facing dog, preparing for pigeon pose. Inhale your right leg high, and exhale, bring your right knee behind your right wrist. The left wrist is in front of the right ankle. You can lower your right hip down to the mat, or you can place a block underneath your right hip. But stay on tall arms for just a moment here before you come down. And take an inhale here. Lengthen through your torso. Really sit up tall. Take another inhale. And as you exhale, lower yourself down slowly, coming onto your forearms. Left leg reaching long behind you. And then you can either come down with long arms in front or stay on forearms. You can even stay on tall arms. Yogi's choice here. If your practice allows, you can place your forehead on the back of your palms. And begin to breathe here. Letting go. With every breath in, you can say silently to yourself the word let. And with every exhale, the word go. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breath in. Breath out. Inhale. Exhale. Fill your lungs. Empty them completely. One more inhale here. Exhale it all out. Next inhale, come up, back to tall arms. You tuck your back toes under. Lift your back knee off the mat. And then bring your right leg back to meet your left, coming into a downward facing dog. Begin to walk your dog here, bending into the right leg and then your left. And then come to stillness. And inhale as you lift your left leg up high behind you. And exhale as you draw your left knee behind your left wrist. The right ankle behind the right wrist. And kind of toe, heel, and stretch that right leg straight behind you. Left leg can rest on the mat or on a block. It's okay. And sitting up tall on this side, drawing the shoulders back, down, away from the ears. Take a deep inhale here, lengthening through your torso. And exhale as you begin to walk your arms down, coming onto either forearms, reaching the arms long, placing the forehead on the mat, or placing the forehead on the backs of your forearms or your wrist. Allowing yourself to sink in on the left side. Staying with your breath. Noticing anything that you may be holding on to. We tend to carry our emotions in our hips. And it's not uncommon in pigeon pose to feel those emotions rising up. So just notice it and let go. No judgment. And if you find your mind drifting away, come back to your breath. Breathing in deeply, just as we did on the right side. Take a long inhale here. And exhale it out. Take another breath in. And exhale it out. Stay for one more inhale here. And exhale, let it go. Empty your lungs. On your next inhale, let's come back up, tall arms one more time. This time, lean onto your left hip and swing your legs around, coming into a wide leg, seated posture. And preparing for a forward fold here. So sitting up, as tall as you can, almost as if to touch the top of the head onto your ceiling. Take an inhale here. Exhale it out. On your next inhale, draw your arms up, reaching them up high. And exhale, forward fold. You can let your forearms rest on the mat. Simply let your head hang heavy here, keeping a slight curve in your spine. Breathe in. Breathe out. Pressing through your heels. Drawing your toes back towards your body. Breathe in. Breathe out. Another inhale here. Exhale. You have blocks available. You can place your forehead on a block. You have it available in your practice. You can reach your arms long and press your forehead to the mat. Or you can simply keep a slight bend in your elbows. Resting the forearms on the mat. Take what you need from this pose. Customize it, make it your own. One more inhale here. Exhale it out. And inhale as you walk yourself back up to seated. Coming into a butterfly pose here, bringing the soles of the feet to touch. Again, sitting up tall, drawing the shoulders away from the ears. Take a deep inhale here. And exhale as you walk your hands back down. Another forward fold here. Head hangs heavy. Deep breath in. exhale it out. One more inhale. Empty your lungs. Inhale back up to seated. And now bring your soles of your feet to your mat. Bend into the knees, bend into both knees. Cross your right leg over your left. Flexing into your right foot. Keeping the left sole planted on the mat. Taking your arms behind you as you lift your hips and draw your hips toward the back of your left heel. So it looks like this from the side. And just hold here for a moment. Flexing into the right foot. Flexing in as hard as you can. Inhale here. And exhale it out. Lifting the hips back up again. Placing the sole of the right foot on the mat. Crossing the left leg over the right thigh. Flexing into the left foot this time. Almost like a figure four. Placing the hands behind you one more time. Inhale as you lift your hips and place your hips behind your right heel. Keeping the left foot flexed. Can come in a little deeper. You need a little bit more of a stretch here. Breathe in. Exhale. Another inhale here. And exhale it out. Now bumping the hips back one more time. Bringing the left sole back to the mat. Sitting up tall. This time, lower your left leg to the mat. Straight. Place your right foot over your left leg. Take your right hand, place it behind your right hip. And if you can reach into the center of your hips, place it there. Inhale your left arm up. Deep breath here in. And exhale as you twist to the right. Placing the left elbow on the outside of the right thigh. Gaze is over the right shoulder. Breathe in. Breathe out. Take another breath in here. And exhale as you twist back to forward. Uncross the right leg. Place the right leg long on the mat. Bending into the left leg. Placing the left leg over the right. Again, taking the left arm, placing it behind you. Maybe center of the hips if you can. Inhaling the right arm up. Take a deep breath here. And exhale as you cross right elbow outside of left thigh. Gaze over your left shoulder. Breathe in deep. Exhale it out. One more breath in here deep. And exhale it out. Coming back through center. Uncrossing your legs. Maybe shaking the legs out here just a little bit. It's a lot of work here. Our next posture is a posture intended for our toes. We will do a pose that is called toe stand, and it is a posture that is intended to open your mind. There is a saying that goes, He who has open toes has an open mind. So we'll get into this posture simply by sort of a squat here. And placing our knees on the mat, tucking all 10 toes under, making sure that all of the toes are flat on the mat, including the pinky toe. We'll sit back, inhaling our arms up tall, bringing our palms to heart center, and sitting back to the tops of our heels. We'll stay here for 5 rounds of breath. Inhaling, exhale. Another breath in, breathe out. Take an inhale here. Let it all go. Fill up your lungs completely. Empty them out. Stay for our final breath in. And exhale, open mouth. Let it out. The counter pose for toe stand is ankle stretch. Untuck your toes. Let the tops of the feet rest flat on the mat. And sit back on your heels. Arms behind you now. This time we'll lift our knees about an inch off the mat as we lean back. So you can place your fingertips towards your toes and lift your knees, just your knees, off the mat about an inch. Take a deep inhale here. Enjoy that stretch on the tops of the ankles. And exhale it out. Stay for another inhale. And exhale, lower knees to mat. After those 2 postures, I like to sit back and maybe roll out my ankles. Just roll them out in one direction first, and then in the other direction. Now we'll move on to our belly. A few back bends here. And we'll start off with a low cobra, which we did at the beginning of our posture. Placing your hands underneath your shoulders, drawing your shoulders back away from the ears. Tops of the feet are on the mat. Put your chin on the mat. Take an inhale as you lift your chin and your chest off the mat, drawing the shoulders back. You might want to lift your palms just about an inch off of the mat. Take an inhale here. And exhale, lower back down, right cheek onto the mat. Drawing your arms long behind you, palms facing up. Let your heels fall out to the side. Take a moment of rest here. Inhaling. Exhale. Take another inhale here. And exhale. Zipping the legs together. We'll do one more back bend here. This time, flip the palms. So palms facing down. Inhale as you lift your chin, chest, and shoulders off the mat, lifting the arms. You can lift both legs. It's available to you in your practice. Take a deep inhale and see if you can lengthen just a little bit more. Exhale, hold. One more inhale. See if you can go up just another inch. And exhale it all down. Left cheek on the mat. Palms facing up, heels fall out to the side. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more breath in. And exhale it out. Coming back to center, drawing the legs back together. Bend into your left leg. Right arm reaches out long. Bend into the left elbow. Spatula pose is next. Take an inhale as you roll over onto your right side. I'm coming from a different angle here. So the right knee is up toward the ceiling. The right arm is straight out to the side, like half of a capital T. Right ear is on the mat. Breathe in. Exhale. Another breath in. And exhale back to center. Setting up for the left side. Left arm reaches out long. Bend into the right elbow. Bend into the right leg. Inhale. And exhale as you roll over onto the left side. Right knee is up toward the ceiling. Left arm is straight behind you. You can take a low bind here, placing the back of the hand on the low back, opening up through the top shoulder, drawing that shoulder back. Breathe in. Exhale it out. Take another breath in here. And exhale as you roll back onto your belly, pressing back through child's pose, coming into a rabbit pose. So unlike our first child's pose, in this child's pose, our knees are together, our arms reach long behind us, and our forehead is on the mat just in front of our knees. And take a deep breath, breathe into your back body here. Allow yourself to just melt into your mat. Imagine that you're an ice cube just melting away here. Now we'll come onto our back, come back up from that child's pose into a tabletop position. Sweep your legs around. Here to come onto your back. Moving into a bridge pose. So with knees slightly bent. Drawing your heels, your fingertips towards your heels. On your next inhale, lift your hips off the mat, and you can draw your shoulders underneath you. You can clasp your hands underneath. Keeping your gaze toward the ceiling. Breathe in here. Really lift your hips high, pressing into the soles of the feet. And exhale, lower down, untucking your shoulders, one vertebrae at a time. You can separate your feet and windshield wiper them just ever so gently, releasing the low back here. We'll come into one more bridge pose. So bending back into the feet, into the knees, heels in front of your hips, fingertips reaching long at your side. Inhale as you lift your hips off the mat, tucking the shoulders underneath, clasping the hands if you'd like. Take a deep inhale here. Really lift the hips high, press into the feet, press into the soles of the feet. And exhale, lower down. Separating the feet as wide as the mat. One more time. You can windshield wiper your legs side to side here. And then lifting the one foot off the mat at a time, a 90-degree angle. Arms are out to your side, or goalpost the arms, whichever is most comfortable for you. And your gaze can stay straight at the ceiling. We're going to flow a few times, 5 times on each side. Knees to the right side. Inhale through center. Exhale, lower knees to the left side. Inhale through center. Exhale, lower knees to the right side. Inhale through center. Exhale, left. Inhale, center. Exhale, right. Inhale, center. Belly button to spine. Exhale, left. Inhale, center. One more time on the right side. Inhale, center. And last time on the left side. Inhale to center. And this time when you come to the right side, you can reach your arms out long if your space allows, a capital T. Take a deep inhale and exhale, lower your knees to the right side. This time, gaze can either stay up toward the ceiling or you can gaze toward your left hand for a supine twist. Take a deep inhale here and exhale it out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Stay for one more inhale. And exhale it out. Next inhale takes your knees back to center. And exhale as you lower your knees to the left side of your mat. Gaze is toward your right fingertips or toward the ceiling. Take a deep inhale here. Breathe out. Another breath in. Another breath out. Stay for one more inhale. And exhale it out. Next inhale takes your knees back to center. And this time we'll lift both of our legs straight up toward the ceiling, flexing into our toes. If a shoulder stand is in your practice, feel free to come into a shoulder stand. Otherwise, you can just simply lift both feet straight up toward the ceiling. This is a great pose to do before bedtime. Sending the blood in an opposite direction. Slows everything down. Stay for another inhale here. And if you came up to shoulder stand, you can come into a plow and begin to lower your legs back to the mat. We'll come into a butterfly pose next, bending into the right leg and then the left, bringing the soles of the feet together for a reclined butterfly here. You can place your left hand on your belly and your right hand on your heart, or your left hand or your right hand on your belly and your left hand on your heart. Or you can draw your arms overhead for a diamond shape. And breathe. Close your eyes here. Noticing the rise and the fall of your belly. Every inhale and exhale. We'll come into happy baby next. So drawing the knees together. And then bending your right leg and then your left. Drawing the knees toward the armpits. Reaching the hands either through the insides of the soles or on the outsides of the feet. And then just gently pressing through the soles of the feet, drawing your knees to the armpits. You can rock side to side here. You can straighten through your right leg and then your left. Or you can just continue to move from side to side. And then when you are ready, we'll come into our final posture of our practice this evening, Shavasana. Lengthening through your legs, taking up as much space as you need on your mat. Arms are at your sides. You can draw your shoulders underneath, drawing the back down away from the ears. Close your eyes. And notice your breath. Let it return to normal.
I am protected. I am protected.
You are welcome to stay in this posture as long as you like. If you're at the end of your practice, begin to come back into this space. Begin to wiggle your toes, your fingertips. You can roll out your ankles and then your wrists. Reach your arms long overhead, away from your toes. Taking a stretch as if to wake up for the first time of the day. And begin to bend into your right leg and then your left. Roll over onto your right side or your left side, whichever you prefer. And close your eyes. Take a moment here to thank yourself for letting go. Today's practice was about being able to let go and embracing what comes and letting go gracefully with love and compassion when the time comes to let go. Just trust that all is well, that everything happens when it needs to happen. Everyone is always where they need to be, the right place, the right time. Know that you will never miss out, not on what is meant for you. Just trust and be patient. Even the seasons know when it's time to change. So press up to a seated position at the top of your mat. Come into a cross-legged position, drawing your palms to heart center. Let's bow our heads together to seal our practice. Namaste. Thank you for allowing me to guide you in your practice this evening.